Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is Helton's Computer Repair here with a video for you. On this video we're going to be showing you how to change the default settings for Alt+F4 shutdown in Windows Dialog. So pretty much what this is if you ever go to your desktop and you ever type in Alt+F4, it comes to this menu and it has the selection by default set up for download. What we're pretty much going to do is modifying it that we can probably set up to like restart or to sign out or switch user pretty much on here for your computer. By default I want it to be changed by pretty much to automatically set for restart. That I don't have to come and every time I have to select if I want to restart this computer. Technically on some computers at schools and stuff, they usually have that policy blocked so you can't come to here and select power and sign out depending on here. But this old version sometimes likes to still be able to work. So this is the video how you can trick this. For the rest, if you don't know what Alt+F4 is, pretty much if you had like an Explorer, it's common when you're typing like Explorer, like if you had it open and you actually exit, or you open a program and they do trolls and they pretty much tell you type in Alt+F4, that'll fix your computer. It exits out the game. That's pretty much the same concept, but this is based on the desktop that will tell it to shut down. Regardless, let's go ahead and get started. Now, a fair warning before we go any further. You do this at your own risk. What we are about to do is to modify registry files inside Windows, and there is a chance that something could go wrong and possibly render your operating system. It's recommended to create a recovery disk and back up any data that you can't live without. Helton's Computer Repair is not responsible for any damage that could occur. This video was created for educational purpose only, and the registry changes that we're going to do comes with absolutely no warranty. With all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and head over to the registry editor. Go ahead and go to start and type in reg edit. And this is what you see, the registry editor. Go ahead and select it. And you'll probably be prompted, go ahead and press yes. And this is probably what you're going to see right here. It would look like this. I'm going to go ahead and just expand this to show it full. Your screen might look different, something like this. Just go ahead and expand it open to make it a little bit easier for you to see. So what we're going to do now is, there's a couple options. We're going to show the registry, and there's also a group policy that's if you have Windows 10 Pro or Enterprise, you won't have to do this registry. You do a simple one through group policy. But we're going to get this main one out of the way that it works for everyone. So what we're going to do from here, you're going to go ahead and select the folder where it says HKey_current user. Go ahead and expand that. And we're then going to go ahead and select software. And then we're going to go to policies, then Microsoft, then Windows. And you might already have a file called Explorer. If you do not have the file, go ahead and right click on Windows and select a new key. And on this key, it's going to be called Explorer. And pretty much there's the folder that's created. And once you've created it, go ahead and select it. And right click on here and select a new D word, 32-bit value. Okay, so that's what you need to do. It's very important. And on the name that we're going to create, it's called a power button action. And pretty much that is what allows this to work for it to be done. So here's the file, and you think that that's it. It's not fully done yet. We actually need to double click it, or you can also right click on it and select modify. It takes it to the same location. And what we're going to do is pretty much go ahead and type in the command based on what it's going to do. So if you want it to be set up to sign out, you'd put the value set up for 1. If you want it to shut down, the value will be set up for 2. If you want it to restart, it would be 4. If you want it to go to sleep, it will be 10. If you want it to go to hibernate, if it has the build on your computer, you would choose 40. And if you want it to be set up to switch users, you would set up to 100. The one that I'm going to choose is to select the 4 to restart, to set that one as the default, and press OK. And the file is created. And pretty much from this point, I'm going to go ahead and exit out. Now, you would think that it automatically works when I type in Alt+F4. It will not work. We need to first restart the computer, and we'll see if changes happens after it's done. Alrighty guys, here's Windows. It's pretty much loading back in. And once it's done right here and loading up, I'm pretty much going to go ahead and type in Alt+F4, and we're going to see what happens. And by default, I selected Alt+F4, and here it comes up by default set up for restart. And Windows is still loading up, so stuff is popping up unexpectedly. Let me try that again to show you. Alt+F4. And there it is. It is pretty much set. Now, if you did not want that, you want that to pretty much just set back to normal, or if you had this issue, you're trying to change it back to shutdown, you're pretty much going to do the reverse steps on this. So what we're going to do again is go to start or the search bar and type in reg edit. And you'll probably be prompted to go ahead and press yes. And here we are again. We're already at the location that last remembered. If you do not remember, we're pretty much going to come to the same locations. I'm actually going to go ahead and show back in case your computer already had that problem. You're trying to get rid of this. Your computer would look like this. again, we're going to go to current user and software, then actually I think it was, if I'm correctly, policies, then Microsoft. Let's see. There it is, policies, then Microsoft, then Windows, and there's Explorer. And you can pretty much come here and delete that file, and you should be good. Other option, you can probably just delete the Explorer that contains the file in there too. But if you had other policies on there, don't go ahead, just delete only that file. Regardless, if that was the only one, I'm going to go ahead and just delete Explorer, and we should be good. Now again, because we did this, if I type in Alt+F4, it's going to remember that I was on restart. So what I'm going to do is restart the computer again, and it should be back to normal setup for the shutdown. So I'm going to go ahead and let it do its work, and we're going to see what happens. So here's Windows. It's pretty much loading up again, and I'm going to test this out. And Windows is still loading up, so I wouldn't doubt it's probably going to get kicked out if I try this again. I'm going to type in Alt+F4, and by default it's set up for shutdown, so we are pretty much good. See, when Windows is still loading up, it's still doing tests. So let me type it again straight. There's the shutdown, and it's pretty much set up for default. And that's how you do the first one. The second option is if you have the Windows 10 Pro or Enterprise, you can do this step a lot easier than having to go to registry. So to do this, all you're going to do is go ahead and go to the search bar and type in GP edit. That's pretty much group policy. I totally misspelled that. GP edit. And here it is, edit group policy. Go ahead and select it. And this is what you're going to see. I'm going to go ahead and expand this. I'm probably going to slide this over so you can see the full words. And they're going to do is underneath the user configurations, select administrative templates. And underneath the start menu and taskbar, go ahead and select it. And this could be out of order. To make this easier, I'm going to go ahead and select settings to organize this in ABC order. And what we're going to do is change where it says change start menu power button. We're going to select it. And you'll press enable. And right here you can choose what type of following actions you want to be there. So I'm going to go ahead and try this to set up again, like restart, and press apply, and press OK. Now if I exit out, I don't really have to restart this computer if I'm correct. I can just type in Alt+F4, and instantly that policy has been applied. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to GP edit. And I know that there was a selections of choices I can do there that had more than just a few. I'm actually just going to test this again and see if I can change this with, let's say if I want it to be set up to, let's see if I can set up to, let's see, lock. I'm going to try and set up that if I just have the options to lock and press apply and OK. So I'm going to go ahead and just exit out, and I'm going to select Alt+F4, and it doesn't have the ability. So some of these policies do not work. It would only run based on what you have already, so is what it seems like. Regardless, I'm going to go ahead and go back to GP edit. And we're going to go ahead and expand this again, expand this over, administrative templates, and start menu, and organize this again. And here we are. So only the policies that you have the ability for. This is a very regular old program that's created. Again, it shows us here that it was designed for Server 2008 R2 and Windows 7. So this policy may not be fully functionable. Only some of the policies will work. So I'm going to set mine back pretty much to shut down and press apply and OK. And actually, technically, if you don't even need that, you want to take it back to normal, go back to edit. And now I should just go to not configured and press apply and OK. And now by default, if I go again to Alt+F4, it's pretty much set. And you are pretty much good. And that's all you had to do. Thank you for watching from Helton's Computer Repair, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. If you disliked this video, then hit that button. But if you like it and you want to see more, hit that like button, get subscribed, comment, and tell us what other tech videos you want to see. Consider checking out our merch store, link in the video description. And for the rest, I will see you on the next video.